So, how many of you guys use social media from time to time? Okay, now how many of you guys are chronically online? Like you depend on social media? I will now demonstrate the devastating effects of being chronically online. No offense to those who just put their hands up. I think many of you who have set foot on social media have heard of the term incel or climate change nihilism. For those who are less savvy, incel or is a shortened word for involuntarily celibate, telling the movement of young men around the world who have come to believe that women are attracted to only high value men and thus low value men are incapable of gaining partners, hence the word involuntarily celibate. Climate change nihilism is a prevalent movement on the internet as well, more so on the left wing side. Well, in this tech talk, I want to connect these two drastically different movements and the political nature, stemming from a common enemy: social media. First, I would like to illustrate how incel culture culminated due to social media. Not only has incel culture come to its fruition after the birth of internet, but more significantly, it has been popularized through social media. The term incel and the misogynistic ideas it contains originated from around over 3 decades ago. And it has also been said that the terminology originated from a woman who wanted to share her experience regarding her lack of sexual encounters, rather than a hub for perpetuating patriarchal ideas. In addition, our world was more patriarchal in the past. Hence, it is clear that this movement is a product of social media. Similarly, um, the idea that our Earth is rapidly changing and heating up has been around for decades, but the formation of the subculture has been primarily dedicated to being nihilistic about the fate of our planet was achieved through social media. I believe that this increase in nihilism, due to the overexposure of content, is not only is due to the overexposure of content. Not to be a phone bad, a book good kind of a person, but there is a dramatic increase in the quantity of information that we are consuming on this modern age. It is said that the average person consumes about 10 to 8 hours of content on a daily basis. And that is significant departure from what we were consuming about 100 years ago. Not only are you consuming more media, the big thing is that now you are seeing more devastation around the world. As the book Factfulness illustrates, an argumentative essay regarding the warped perception about that social media grants. Um, uh, because of the overexposure of content, now you are seeing more devastation around the world, as I've said before. Hence, this leads to individuals believing that there's more devastation around the world, hence getting a more nihilistic mindset. This leads to doom scrolling or headline anxiety. And these are words just describing the impact of overconsumption of negative information on our mental health. There has been several medical studies that have proven this phenomenon, demonstrating a direct correlation between increased exposure to depressing content and the further demonstration of post-traumatic stress disorder or PTSD-related symptoms. So it is not surprising that increased internet use with incel culture um, um, in- it is not surprising that we are getting more nihilism in our world through the advent of social media. With incel culture being correlated to more contact with political extremists and wealth disparity and climate change nihilism caused due to more exposure to news outlets reporting on um, certain natural disaster related to climate change. Sorry. Okay, now we have come to the conclusion that social media and the dependence on the internet has a significant impact on our outlook on the world. But how do we deal with it? I see there are two main ways to tackle this. First, we have to cut down our screen time. I know this is a bit of a repeated statement in our modern world, but the decreased use of technology has been proven to improve mental and physical health. In addition to all these benefits, not being on your phone or your computer will allow you to see less extreme and vulgar content that will improve your mental health in the long run. So, spending less time on your screen and actually touching some grass will be a viable solution. But I say not just using your phone is enough. Mental health is not clear cut, And you can't just immediately get better through a simple solution. Trust me, I know. So it is important that we also adopt or simply understand the core beliefs of optimistic nihilism. I emphasize the importance of this belief as it is true that our world is in jeopardy due to global warming and our world is deeply unequal. However, optimistic nihilism and attempting to alter your mindset to this belief will enable you to appreciate the beauty of everyday life without being completely ignorant to the world around you. Optimistic nihilism does sound like an oxymoron, and I thought the same when I first heard it. How can you be optimistic when you're like believe that the world is completely pointless? Well, for me, I understood it as since everything doesn't matter, you get to focus on the good things in life and just do whatever you want. I understand that this shift in thinking is incredibly difficult, and if you're in a tough spot, you'll need some good friends and, of course, some therapy. But I assure you, this shift in thinking has changed my perception in life, and I think it can change yours as well. I don't hope to make you a new person after you leave this TED Talk, but I hope my talk today has allowed you to recognize your nihilistic thoughts and walk down a path of maintaining good mental health in our modern world. Thank you.